Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we should be online now. Actually, give me a second. There we go. Ladies and gentlemen, we should be online now, and next up is Bowie the Hero with Final Fantasy Adventure. So let me switch the scene real quick. There we go. So, Bowie, are you here?
I am indeed. Hello, hello.
Excellent. Let me see whether I need to turn up your volume a little bit.
No worries. Look at that wonderful quality. Good old EasyCap 2.0 putting in work. Okay, I believe there was a bid war for names for the characters of both the hero and the girl. And I'm looking at it. I believe FMA has won for the boy's name at $20 and Paper for the female name at $10.
Indeed. It looks like...
Go for it, sorry.
Alright, it looks like the original idea from someone was to donate $10 to Rock and $10 to Paper, but I guess FMA won for the hero after all.
Yeah, indeed, yeah. Indeed. So if I'm ready to go, or if it's all over to me, I can get started right away.
Alright, I guess we can do that. Give me a second. Need to check stuff.
No worries. Well, welcome everybody. I hope you've been enjoying the Cal Fire Marathon so far. Obviously, shout outs to all the guys who've been putting this on. Fantastic event. And been some great runs as well. And welcome to Final Fantasy Adventure. My name is Bowie the Hero. Final Fantasy Adventure was known in Japan as Seiken Densetsu Final Fantasy Gaiden. So it's actually the first Mana game. So you may know what's it called? Secret of Mana on the Super Nintendo. This is the prequel to that. So yeah, it's actually a Mana game. So it's a top-down RPG on the Game Boy, and it's very quite innovative and very adventurous with what it's trying. So great Final Fantasy Adventure. I will do the countdown and then let's get underway. So 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Okay, so as I said, it's a top-down top-down action RPG. I'm just going to do this first boss fight, which is quite specific. So let's get this done. There are loads of kind of like small bits of tech that are involved with the. I don't think the timer's running. Currently.
Give me a second. For some reason, the timer doesn't start.
I can restart if you want. It's at the very beginning.
Yeah, hang on. I'm not sure why the hotkeys suddenly don't.
So if you want, you can set it to 121 and then just press start when I go through the door the second time, because I know I go through the door at 121. That might be easier. So yeah, you're a knight who fights in a gladiator, let's say, who fights in the arena at the Castle of Glide, which is the empire run by Dark Lord, who is an evil lord. Who is controlling the world, and you're basically wanting to get away from his tyranny. So you fight out of his gauntlet twice by fighting this jackal. At the very start of this fight, I killed the jackal and I attacked one more time, attacking his fireballs. It's because the enemies have a lasting palette. So the next time an enemy comes onto screen, that if you hit the fireballs, you'll see he flashes upon entering the screen. Because by hitting the fireball, it kind of like stores a hit onto the next jackal that I kill, or the next boss. Now you can do this with any boss in the game, but it resets if you do a save reset. But yeah, it's this game's got a bunch of cool like little tricks and like things you can do around it, which it's kind of subtle. It's kind of hard to see, I guess, if you haven't played the game too much or know too much about the basic mechanics. But it kind of adds to the speed that happens in this game. Just little kind of movement tricks and offensive ways that you can play. There are two main routes to this game, because you'll find when I level up that you can like build your character in certain ways. When you level up, there are 4 different stats that you can put a level into, be it power, wisdom, stamina, or will. And that increases your attack power, your magic, your HP, and your gauge on the bottom. The little will gauge, it affects those respectively. The two main builds are obviously power and then wisdom. So building pure building pure power or pure magic. I am a runner of pure physical build, so I will build only power. So I'm just going to be a physical powerhouse. Nice, great game. So yeah, and then you can build magic as well, and they have these different speed spikes, but generally they're actually quite similar in time. I think there's like currently there's a minute difference. Oh, that was a double hit. That's not good. But yeah, what I'm doing is I'm actually starting off this run with a grind, but not necessarily for experience, but for money. I will just get experience on the way. I'm going to save here and then reset, just because I need to reset that. I'm aiming to leave one enemy on the screen at every single point, because if you leave one enemy on the screen, you can come back to the screen immediately and get a fresh set of enemies. If you kill every enemy on the screen, you have to go about 3 screens out to reset it. And because I'm trying to do this really fast, I'm hoping that the enemies don't group up when I'm trying to clear them out. Now, as I'm doing a money grind. I need to get to 140. The goblins, which look like cats, they drop 3 gold, and the mushrooms drop 1. So obviously I'm wanting to focus on the goblins. The thing is, the goblins also take more hits, so you need to kind of either just kind of focus on them, but you can also abuse certain bits of like iframe mechanics in this game, where if enemies change their direction from one type of movement to another, the iframes that they gain when you hit them actually disappear. So you can sometimes abuse those if you're able to see when they're being used. So there's 140 gold. I'm going to level my power once more, stab that mushroom in the face, and go up to the town of Topple. Now, the reason I'm doing a money grind is there's a helmet in here which costs 140 GP. I'm going to buy this, and I'm going to glitch it. It's going to be a very early glitch. So this is any percent warpless. It's not glitchless. So I do some funny things. Don't know why I did that. I'm going to quickly buy the iron helmet. Yay. I'm going to equip the iron helmet. I'm going to move the bronze helmet into the second slot. Now I'm going to do a save reset like this. By save resetting and having an empty space in the beginning slot of the inventory here, I'll just take some time to explain this. It assigns all the other slots from the bottom up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, until you get to this. So and it resets the number of the defense held in that piece of armor, and overrides it with the number that it is assigned. So the bronze helm has a defense of 2, and the iron helm has a defense of 3, but it gets replaced by the number 11. So you just saw I got a massive defense buff of about 8, because obviously the iron helm was 3, and the new glitched bronze shield is 11. So I've got a huge buff to my defense early on, which means that I'm just not going to take any damage pretty much for a good portion of the game. Which also means that I can focus in the early game leveling just power, so I'm outputting a severe amount of damage. Now this is important because in the early game, the weapons you get aren't that strong, so a lot of your damage output is going to be coming from your weapon. So we just met the girl there, Paper. So obviously we've just left Dark Lord's castle and trying to get away from all of the hideous murder. We immediately find a young man slain by some evil mushrooms, the very dangerous and macabre mushrooms. And next to the young man is this girl. She is obviously the heroine in the game, and we don't know too much about her, but we know that we want to protect her because we are heroes, right? That's how it works. You might see some well-known enemies in Mana history, romping their way around the screens there. We see Yagamoth's very famous and favourite. The Rabbites. Good enemies.
Real quick, if we have some time, we got some donation.
Hit me, go for it.
Excellent. So we got a $5 donation from Bowie's Beard. And the combination comment reads, Bowie's Spoon, Boruza. I'm here to kick 3 stars and raise money for charity. And I'm all out of 3 stars. Good luck, Bowie. Donate $5 to make the player name in Earthbound but. So yeah, there's that. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much to my beard. I know who that is. Thank you, Ghost King. I say, I've noticed that it's going. We've hit our goal, which is amazing. So thank you to everyone who has been donating. It's a wonderful cause. So
Yes, thank you very much. Every little donation is really appreciated. And if you feel like you can't afford anything, just spreading the word what we are doing here, that is already plenty. Or just sticking around and having some fun. So yeah, I would say back to you, Bowie. Thank you very much.
no worries. So I'm the girl. Basically, I was told by Willie, my friend who died in the castle, that I needed to go and meet Bogard, and because he would be able to tell me what to do next. When the girl is also looking for Bogard, so we went to go and see Bogard. He was the old coot who was just like running around in that house by himself. And he's told us to go to a village called Wendell and meet the Sage Kipper. He will be able to tell us a lot more. So right now we're just kind of going from point A to point B, being told to go to another point as well. So you might have noticed here I've managed to do a bit of the iframe abuses with the like that with the imps, because they have just two different types of movement. They have got the kind of the general moving around, just kind of like flat in lines, or they've got like diagonal movement, and they kind of have these bursts of speed that they get. So they will clear their iframes in those moments. Now, I hate doing this, but you sometimes have to. I need to do another quick grind here. I could go with 150 gold because that's how much I need for the axe. However, I do need to. I'm going to buy a key just to be safe, because I don't want to sit here and rely on a key drop, which is anyone who's seen me run the any percent version of this game would just know that relying on item drops for anything is not good. I know that there's one name in the chat who might describe that and say that I actually get very, very good luck, but I've had my moments of good luck, but you know, marathons are a different thing. So yeah, I'm going to equip this battle axe that I just got. I'm going to move the broadsword down 2 spaces, and there's a reason for that. Great way to start this next segment by having a poison on the moment I walk in. So here's where the RNG can come in. It's very, very subtle, but you'll see that every single room will have enemy spawns. They'll have either a number of spawns or they'll have positional spawns. In order for me to go super fast, I need things like that to happen, where my way is not barred like it is here. I'm going to have to waste this, which is annoying. I wanted to build up the will gauge on the bottom, but I'm going to have to let it slide, because I need to get through. I can't sit there and wait for them to move. It wasn't going to happen. So before we can't go any further. You would normally have a little look around, and you'll realise that you can't go any further for certain reasons. So this is the only place you can go. And the guy at the start, the butler, tells you to go stay in the room on the west. So let's go stay in the room on the west. And the girl conveniently gives me the cure now. She said, "Hey, do you want to? We've been together a little while. You might want to have some cure magic." Ooh, new victim. We wake up the next morning and the girl is missing. Paper's missing. And FMA is on his way to find out what's going on. Now, you can speak to these people, and if you speak to him, he'll say, "The girl, don't know what you're talking about." So after having this, I have to do it again. That's so annoying. Having this little moment where the girl's gone missing. There's a screen that if you come to this screen earlier, there's a screen just to the south here. If you'd gone here earlier and defeated all of these lizard men, wow, it would have been perfect for the throw. You would have found out that nothing happened, but when you defeat them now, this key appears and you get this bronze key, which we're going to go to our first dungeon, which is the Marsh Cave. So a couple of things about the gameplay that I've failed to kind of go into detail about, because I was mentioning earlier the idea of will. On the bottom of the screen you'll see the will gauge, which slowly increases when I'm not taking actions. What the will gauge is first of all it's a damage multiplier. The higher it gets, the more damage you do. So at 0 it does base damage, 1 times damage, and then when you're using weapons, for weaponry it goes up to a maximum of ×2 for the maximum build, and for magic I believe it's ×4. I think it could be ×3, but I might be getting confused with Adventures of Mana, which is the remake of this on mobile. Which is very good. It was also on Vita as well. But anyway, Although for weaponry, it also gives you a secondary function. When it's at the maximum, you get like a special thing for each weapon. So for the sword, if you were to hold a direction on an attack, you fly across the screen, stabbing, and then you return to your original position. And then for if you don't press a direction, you spin the sword around you. So you get a special attack. With the axe, you throw it. You get a weapon. This weapon here is quite small in diameter, but if you increase it, the diameter of the swing increases. It goes one extra square. So there are bonuses to being able to charge up the will gauge and then using it in certain screens, which is why I wanted to throw it at the lizard men or the crocodiles, but I just didn't have it built up because enemies were in my way. So again, that's a added RNG factor, just kind of having to hope that you don't have to waste your gauge when you don't need to. It also allows you to sometimes one-shot enemies if you have enough gauge, like that. Wow, I got the key drop. Magus, don't say a word. There you go. And I got the Mattock drop. Magus, don't say a word. I know what you're thinking. Classic Brit. Cool. Nice, enemies are in the way. Yeah, so I mean, it always seems that whenever I do a marathon run or a run that's to public outside of my stream, I always get ridiculous luck. Here's to 7 crystals, boys and girls. Here's to 7 crystals. I enjoy this. Okay, so this is why I wanted to get the key. If I didn't get the drop, I'd have to stop here and I'd have to farm for a drop. I need to redo that. There we go. I've spent a lot of time hoping to get drops and never getting drops, but as usual, it's a marathon run, so I get it. Okay, so this is our first big boss outside of the Jackal, who's a bit of a pushover really, because I've got this helmet which increases my defense, so I'm just going to take no damage, so I can literally just tank the hell out of it. You can see it'll either go short, it'll either go a short distance or it'll go for the full distance. If it goes the full distance into the inland, you can get as many hits as you can, which is obviously the best thing. That's the short distance, not as many hits. There we go. He's dead. What's wrong with you? I see you, he did. We get the fire spell, and we get the mirror. So this is when the fire spell... well, this is where the magic root would finally come to life. We've been building a little bit of wisdom here and there, and we have our fire spell for the first time. Yay! The fire spell is like a heat seeker. It will lock onto one enemy and then go ham at them. Yeah, so it's quite cool. I'm just going to do a little trick here, which is called cure cancelling. I'll explain that in just a second, but I'm going to go for the story here. So we went in there to pick up the mirror, and when you use the mirror and you speak to this man here, and it reveals his true form. I didn't equip the axe, did I? No, there's no point. Normally I would equip the axe. It makes this a 2-hit fight, not a 4-hit fight. And you can still kill the enemies afterwards, but I didn't, so... I'm going to build some more... I'm level 7 already. Holy words. I don't know why I'm so strong. Did I actually get that much bonus experience? Wow, okay, great. So this is the thing. Enemies taking up space when you have these bottlenecks can really mess you up. The knockback is really severe. So the way this game works for a lot of things is you interact with things by pushing into them. There is no press to talk button, so your movement is your way to talk. This is very frustrating for villagers, because in order to talk to a villager, they have to be in your way. And what are the villagers usually doing? They're usually just standing in your way. So now the same thing works with enemies. So when you get knockback, the properties of the knockback are as if you are pressing a direction. So it's not just you getting knocked back and the sprite moving, it's the game is inputting it as if you are pressing a direction. It is just built that way, it's coded that way. So if you get knocked into a door that you can't open, as you saw when I was doing the boss, that mini boss fight, it said doesn't open because I was pushing against the door, let's say, even though I actually wasn't. Silly game. I'm going to damage boost here. And I'm going to kill this owl, and hopefully the pumpkin's going to jump. No? No jumping pumpkin? Okay, cool. A secondary factor to the way the knockback works and the hitboxes of that afterwards, that's what I want, I guess, is this. When you get knocked back, you lose your collision detection. So when you're flashing, you have no collision detection. You can speed up that room there, which I just did with the whip, by taking damage before you go through, and you have no collision detection as you have no collision detection as you go over like an invisible button that causes those blocks to appear, so you don't have to go around the back and just go down. It didn't happen, but it can happen. Okay. I'm gonna try and do a one frame trick here, so we'll see if it works. It's very minor, but it looks swag as hell when you get it. No. Basically, what you can do is if you press left at like a very, very specific frame at the end of a movement, because movement is in half tiles like this. You can see I'm moving like half a tile every single time. If you press left at or a direction, you can kind of like get what I call frame perfect turns, where you can input a turn, change your direction, but without actually moving that half tile. Don't know why I equipped the key there. That's going to mess up my menuing a little bit later. Fun. So we had to go save the girl. She's in one of those caskets. It's always the same one, don't worry. Oh, a crystal, yay! But yeah, what it would have meant is I would have attacked to the side, so I wouldn't have had to like move an extra 2 half tiles. So it's quite a minor thing, but I like it. Okay, I need to get my Matox out again. Kill some rats. So what the crystal does, the crystal completely fills your will gauge on the bottom. It just gives you a free full will gauge, which is amazingly handy. It's basically a necessity for the any percent run. Any percent warpless, it's more a boon. It speeds up certain screens because what it does for the whip, for the chain and the flame whip is that. You know those poles that I've been kind of connecting to? Some of those poles in certain areas of the game are one space away than what the normal whip can do. So you need to hope that, you need to get a full will gauge so the whip goes the extra space. Now, earlier in the game, of course, my will gauge is slower, so it takes longer to fill up, and you'll lose maybe like 10 seconds just waiting for the gauge to fill. So if you get a crystal, you'll be able to use it to fill that will gauge up. In an ideal run, I'll get 3. I got 4 yesterday in a run that I was doing for practice, because of course I did. I had so many, I even sold one, in fact. 2, there we go. That's perfect, to be honest. I would like to take 3. 3 is like a bonus. Having 4 is fine. Shout outs to Castlevania. Book of Sleep, Learn, Slep. So names of things can, in terms of like magic and stuff, only seem to be able to have 4 letters. So hardware limitations. Yeah. So the any percent and warpless diverge here. I have a save point set up if anyone wants to see the shenanigans that is the warps. If we have time afterwards. if I need to fill time to get back on schedule or anything. It was brought up. So yeah, you can see that different weapons have different properties, so only the sickle can cut down those particular leaves, which is quite important. You'll notice that the game kind of puts you in scenarios where you have to use your new weapon to learn what it does, which I think is, one of those bonuses of like early gaming is that, they didn't have, you never had these like extended silly tutorials. They kind of always put you in a situation that, you were stuck in until you made use of the weapon to figure out, okay, it's just I need to use the weapon. That's what that weapon does. So all weapons tend to have like their own property. The sword doesn't have any kind of environmental property, so it gets a secondary combat use. So you can see, obviously, as I mentioned earlier, you can like stab and slice based on whether you're inputting a direction as well. But then other weapons tend to have environmental usage, be it the chain hooking onto poles, the axe chopping down trees, the sickle chopping down leaves, etc., etc. So this is Kibber, the old man Kibber from the town of Wendell. Yes, I am Kibber. Beauregard told me about you. Yes, its story is the symbol of Mana. Step forward, you'll see what you must see. So, yes. Noticing that the pendant has a symbol of mana on it, we're asked to step onto this platform. And we see a mysterious, beautiful figure. Mom? That lady. She's the one who encouraged us, yes. You and I are the members of the Mana family. We are the seeds of the Mana tree. Great localization there. Vandal used the power of Mana against us a long time ago. So we've now been told the reason. So if you remember at the start, we met Darklord and Julius, and we were told to look for the girl, and the girl's mother. The girl's name is Fuji. If I don't call her Paper, I'll call her Fuji because I need to just keep it on. So you just keep it reference. You know what's going on. So Paper's mother told us that Glyve, which is the name of the empire that Darklord runs, is after the power of Mana. So they're after her to get the pendant, because the pendant is the key to get to the Temple of Mana, the Mana Holy Land, where they can take the power of Mana and control the world! So that lovely red mage that I skipped in the Marsh Cave turns out to be Julius. And he wrecks us and tells us that we have no chance against him. Which I agree with. I agree with. All right, yes. Julius took her to the west in his airship. Then take this with you. Receive the magic book of heal. Learned glitch to death. The heal spell is basically your Asuna spell. It recovers anything. However, little fun fact for you, if you use it, it glitches your defense to 0, so you get one shot by everything. So don't use it when you're in a pinch, because you will get knackered. It's not good. I once learnt that when I was on a very solid PB pace when the run was like, I don't know, like 220. I was very upset, and Crow was overjoyed to tell me that he figured this out a few days ago and didn't let me know. Like, thanks, Crow. He was like, I just thought it'd be fun. It really was. Yeah, it was good fun. And yes, Yagamoth, I can do that. I forgot to change my my rate over. I can do that when I have a moment. Okay, so here I'm just going to sell a bunch of things I don't need. So I'm going to sell this candy. I'm going to sell this bronze key. I'm going to sell nothing else. Okay, I'm going to buy first of all the oil, so that's at the top of my menu because I need it first. I'm also, because I haven't got too many drops, I'm going to buy 2 Mattox and 2 keys, because I'm going to need these to get me through the next areas. You'll notice that the whip also hits behind, so you can do things like that. Like you can strategize your offense like that. Actually, one of the big differences between my particular attempts at the physical and anything else, I think I kind of developed a lot of situations when it came to the physical route that kind of hadn't been considered, because Crow runs mainly the wisdom route and really focuses on that, and has kind of pulled a lot of strategy out there. So he's comfortable in that and has spent a little bit less time developing physical. So I kind of took my opportunity to kind of really push what physical could do in that regard. Of course I get poisoned. It seems to me that the status ailment percent chance is like 90%. Like that, on my word. I save where I save just because if I miss this, it takes ages to have to go through. Done, Jäger. Done. I just completely forgot. So this is the cave. I should probably use this moment to kind of bring up one thing that kind of hasn't been discussed at all so far by me, because I'm really good at commentary. Is that you have an AI partner now and then. They're usually useless, but there's a command in the menu which is the ask command, and this allows us to do certain things. Ooh. So depending on the character you're with, their ask command will be different. So you get really good ones, like the girl, Fuji, Paper. Her ask command is a heal, where it basically acts like poison. It ticks for 7 ticks health based on your max health. It does 1 tick more than poison, so if you get poisoned, actually it's really good just to counter it with her regen. Watts here, when he's not throwing axes against walls, because he's really helpful, is a shop, which is amazing. He sells you really good items as well. He sells you X cures for the first time in the game, which are a really, really good healing item. That is my last power level until level 16. Okay. I attacked way too late. Why did I do that? I'm 1 hit behind already. This is not good, this fight. I made up for it. Oh, that was nice. I made up for it. Okay. I've got a few extra hits in. So you find some silver. Now, Watts, the lovable mechanic... mechanic? He's not a mechanic. Blacksmith. Watts, if you give him silver, he can make silver items. Now, maybe what you would have done is you would have done a little bit more exploring earlier and found that there's a little cave that you try to go into and it goes, get out of my mouth. It won't let you in to its mouth unless you're wearing silver. Silver armor, or have the silver sword equipped. Ideally you want to have the silver armor because its defensive properties. At this point the enemies are getting stronger and my helmet is not really living up to what it needs to do. Because by building power, not only do you stifle your defense, but you also stifle your HP as well. Because your HP is directly tied to what your stamina value is. It's basically, you know, for every single stamina you get a certain amount of HP. It will always be a certain amount. So, I'm going to buy the silver armor, equip that bad boy, so 30 and 33. You may have noticed by now, wow, thank you video game, that the music in this game is fantastic. It's composed by Kenji Ito. Kenji Ito is a bit of a beast, if I do say so myself. There we go. Gaia let me through, because I'm wearing silver. Go away. I want to kill this. Oh, I'm trying to kill this mimic because... Oh, I did not want to kill him there, but whatever. I'm going to leave him. I don't want to waste too much time. I'm trying to get money as well. Like, the orcs I was fighting and the mimics, they sometimes have a chance to drop gold, which you can sell for 750 GP, which is really, really good. I at this point, I kind of I've rooted it in a way where I need to get one. If I don't get one, I have to sell the Were Axe, which will make me a little bit more... not vulnerable, but in certain screens will be a bit slower if I do that. Now what's really cool is, again, you've probably noticed this, and I haven't mentioned it, but every time you level up, you get a complete HP and MP restore. So... and I actually level in certain ways, so I'm going to get 2 level ups here. And then I'm going to do a level up and then 1 screen. I do a level up and 1 screen for marathon. I don't do it for PB attempts, because I will be able to level, but it just confirms me to get a level that I need. But yeah, what I would do is I'd normally just leave it there, and then kind of continue. So I'll get 1 level up at the end of the airship, then I get a 2nd level up when I go through Davius's Manor, which is one of the dungeons coming up. And yeah, it just kind of allows me to have it allows me to restore my HP when I really need to, because I'm going to be pretty much, I'm not face tanking enemies, but I'll be going fast, and if I take damage I won't be stopping to heal too much. I believe in myself. So here we're going to use a crystal. I really should have moved. I really should be managing my inventory when I'm doing this as well, but I'm not.
Bowie, real quick.
Go for it.
Not a donation, but did you... You said you reduced hit rate, didn't you?
Yes, I did, yes.
Can you reduce it further, or do you may have to restart the stream? Because it's still stuttering basically on most installations.
It's still stuttering, is it? I reduced it from 2.5 to 1k.
That should be sufficient.
Normally it's quite instant. Usually bitrate's instant. You don't have to... I can reset stream if you need me to. So this is the airship. It's a very, very dangerous dungeon. I didn't really want to use my gauge there, because there's like a backup strat for this next room, which needs a full wheel gauge, which I haven't got. Which I need as well, because the ghost's in the way. That's nice. Just let me know if you need me to reset, Yaga, and I will. Restart the stream, not reset the run.
Yeah, I would say, can you real quick try to restart the stream?
Yes, sure, I can do that. Done. I'm back.
Right. We're starting up in a... There it is. Okay, thank you. I hope it's better now.
Cool, let me know how that is. You haven't missed much, guys. I went into a room with 4 werewolves, I whipped them up a little bit, and I continued into the next bit. I killed 3 out of 4 of them. I left 1 on screen because it's going to allow me to prevent enemy spawns on a very, very difficult screen coming up. Keys. So yeah, we found out that the girl's here, and we've come to rescue her, but she's locked, and we can't get to her. So we're going to go around to the windows to see if we can save her that way. At this point you can see that my HP is very dire. Not looking great so far, but what I tend to do is it's actually really safe for marathons as well, but it's also quite good because it actually kind of makes runs a lot safer as well, PB attempts. Just because saving like that is so quick. Bosh, done. You know, if I make an error, or if I have to quickly reset, I'm able to quickly reset, rather than just kind of taking each room slower. I can do a quick save here and there, and then, you know, be a lot more aggressive in my movement, which, you know, 9 times out of 10 actually does pay off. One thing that's important to do is also, before you start moving on a screen, always take just a moment, like a frame or two, just to kind of see the layout of the enemies before moving. Because sometimes the enemies will spawn right on the door. And I have indeed lost runs because an enemy has spawned on the door and I've walked into it. Which is highly frustrating, I'm sure you'll agree. So in case, maybe I didn't specify exactly how the building works. When you level up, the stat you choose, you get 2 points in, and then it builds up 1 point in another 2 stats. So because I build, say, if I build power, I get +1 to stamina and +1 to will. Will goes up no matter what you level up. But if you level power, you don't get any wisdom. If you level wisdom, you don't get any power. So we crash down. We hear a voice that we think we recognise. And we meet Amanda. Amanda takes the pendant from us. She says, "I'm sorry, but I have to." I thought it was Amanda talking to me. Okay, so Amanda's gone missing. She's taken the pendant with her, and we're all, where you gone, girl? So we're gonna have a cheeky look for her. Just kill a hedgehog on the way. Now, nearby there is a little friend of ours that we can hang out with, but we aren't going to go see him. Okay, so for those of you who played this game as a kid, I'm just going to ruin your childhood. There we go. The amount of people who got stuck on that, just going, "No, I had no idea what to do there." That's how you do that bit. I'm sorry. But I had to. Yeah, you get the only clue you get for that is palm trees and 8. That is literally the line. You get palm trees and 8. That's what you get told by one of the villagers in a nearby village to tell you how to figure out that oasis. Palm trees and 8. But yeah, what you have to do is walk a figure of 8 around. Okay. Great spawn. See, this is why you don't move, especially in this bit, because these enemies hit like I don't know, 14-ton trucks. It's not okay how much damage these enemies do. So what I'm also going to do is I'm going to do a save reset scum. It allows you to reset rooms, so I can just make progress and then reset a room like that to continue. Good, nice screen. I don't have to worry. Those Shadow Zeros at this HP would probably, on a bad damage roll, one-shot me. On a good damage roll, I'll probably be left with like 5 HP. Good, hanging out over there, are you? Good man. You want to hope for that kind of stuff. Enemies just being nice in terms of their spawns. The RNG has to work out for you. Oh god. Okay, good. If he had continued moving up, I would have had to stop. Okay. Oh, what happened there? Why didn't? Thank you. I'm pretty sure I did that, but I must have taken damage before going onto the tile. So yeah, as I say, when you take a hit and you're flashing, you have no collision detection, so you can't press buttons. You can't press buttons. You can't take damage from enemies. So yes. Okay. So some enemies you can push like that. It's just very dangerous to do so. Yeah, I mean, the mummies would do a lot of damage as well, so I was really... I'm going to reset that because I don't want to have low HP. I'm only 2 screens behind, so whatever. Okay. Flip. See, and the Shadow Zeros, you can see how quickly they can change their direction. They are brutal, brutal enemies. Okay, let me grab my Mattox. Go away. Oh god. Really? That'll do. That was completely improvised, and I've wasted a ton of Mattox, but it's okay! Because I'm going to go buy one when I go to a shop. Look, it's the snowman! You can see... You can just see all these sprites that are quite similar and been up-resed for Secret of Mana. So there's a Frosty enemy. I'm going to Frosty an enemy in here as well. There we go. You've been Frostied, sir. Push him onto the block. So there are some buttons that only work when a sprite that isn't you is on it. So it's kind of hard to see, but with no color. But when you use color filters, you'll see that the enemies have a different. There are like three layers. There's you, enemies, and bosses, and the girl or your NPC partner, and in the background they're the 3 layers. I wasted that gauge on purpose as well. Okay, so this is Medusa. A tough fight, but I have setups to make it easy. This is all about correct patterns or timings on the swing. There is a rhythm. That's it, rhythm to the attacks. I'm hitting with a certain rhythm. So, because basically every time she moves into a position, she's firing little like parts of her hair. She's firing her snakes at you, and they will 2-shot you. Nice little typo there. She's called Medusa on that screen. But yeah, I'm destroying the snakes and hitting her head at the same time. No, I can't!
I'm gonna be a monster! I might lose my mind and hurt people. Please, FMA, before I lose my feelings, please, take my tears to Lester. Tell him that I loved him, please. FMA, please.
So basically she got bit by Medusa and she was out here to get the tears of Medusa to save her brother. That's why she gave... She had to do that because Davius would not spare her brother after giving him the pendant. Enemies, do not kill me, please. Thank you. I would prefer not to be dead. Oh, that's a wonderful spawn. Thank you. Okay, cool. So Jad has absolutely no music in it whatsoever. It's going to buy what I need to buy. So if I had gold, I would have been able to buy the shield as well. I'm really thinking about dropping the shield in attempts. It's really helpful for a marathon. I don't have a fang. Do you see what I mean about NPCs getting in the way? I don't care about your knowledge. You don't have any knowledge, sir. Okay, so let me equip what I need to equip. Gold! Yes, gold. And then we're going to sell some stuff again. Let me sell that. Don't need that. I don't need that. I don't need that either. That should be everything. Buy 4x cures. I'm going to buy 1 key because I'm unsure about my key value, and I need 1 Mattox. That is me set for the rest of the game in terms of keys and Mattox. And buying, pretty much. Apart from 1 weapon. Dude! I'll tell you what, that is the first time the old man has been on the left-hand side for about 20 attempts now. That's bad. So yeah, there's no music. I'm going to use my first ask command now because I think it's funny to do it here. Don't know why I did that. I need to equip Amanda. And then use her tears. Bloop, 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 bloop. Also, he immediately knows my name and then says this. Mystic Tune? Yeah, what a line. What this means is when you speak to him, you can change the background music. Yeah! And for some reason, as a kid, I always chose this. Great, look at that enemy movement. Straight onto the door. Woo! I love this video game. My item menu management is shocking right now. I haven't done any real item management. Okay, I'm going to save here again so I can get aggressive on this room, because these guys... Oh, that's a horrible spawn. The bottleneck. If the bottleneck gets covered, you are knackered, my friends. Absolutely knackered. Keys. Yes. Look at this. What a video game. Oh, wonderful! Okay, let's just this boost. Wow, this is great! Oh, I love it! What a video game! Ah, dear. I can guarantee, because you need to go on those 3 little pathways, I can guarantee there'll be an enemy just waiting on each one. It's just how it goes. It's just how it goes. Okay, that's not a bad one. I'm going to save here, though, just to be sure, because I bet it's going to spawn on me. I'm going to die. Look at that shot. Lovely. Got to go fast, right, boys and girls? Can't get past that. I can get past that. You have to go around in that order from, like, around in the circle. Okay. That's good. I have no MP, but it's okay because I've leveled. If you've been watching my experience when I've been saving, I should get a level up right there. And that's going to be my final stamina level up in the entire game. This is necessary because it gives me 59 HP. If you don't have 59 HP, the next boss has a chance to one-shot you. There's just no point in taking that risk. Ever. Oh, I'm going to reset. That's horrid. I was trying to get iframes, but it wouldn't give me any. Like that. That's better. Okay, now this is another reason why physical can be quite annoying at times. Or I say this is a reason. Don't think I've talked about how annoying it can be. You don't need to go and get this weapon in the magic route, because you use magic to do damage. I do need to go get this weapon. This is the Were Axe. It is stupidly strong. But you need to get a good ice room. Like that. I've spent minutes. I've literally lost minutes just hoping for a room spawn that wasn't absolute garbage. But yeah. I've tried leveling more power and going with the silver sword. It doesn't work, friends. It doesn't work. I really wanted it to work. Boy, did I really want it to work. But you just can't do the damage, and you also don't have the same level of invincibility. But basically, you can elongate your iframes by attacking when you're in them. Great. And the sword just doesn't have as long an extension as this game. This game doesn't have the sword doesn't have as long an extension as the axe. That's what I'm trying to say. Those eye things are not Moogles. You might see Moogles in this game. You might see Moogles. You might not. Okay, so the Were Axe upgrades my attack by 10. I'm going to save because this boss is horrible. If he moves to the right, I can't fight him. I have to move. I have to reset. He moves to the left. Okay, cool. That damage is huge. I think I'm dead. I can't go into the menu. Oh my word. I think I'm dead. I should be dead here. If I'm not dead, I'll be surprised. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, sorry about that. That was a terrible, terrible first attempt. Nice. Better. I love face tanking bosses. It's the best way to do speedruns. Got him. Nice! I didn't take any damage at the end. We did it! The pendant is no longer here, my dear. Well, that was amazing music, by the way. That was amazing music. Davies fell. So this is what my idea. This is what I think is happening in video games. Is that in every single village there is a band playing the music. Because Jad had no music until Lester came along. He's the NPC playing the music. I think at some point, somewhere, there is a band in every single village, in every single video game, playing the theme. Defo. That's the defo, that is. Wow, what a nice start. Luckily, the Were Axe is so ridiculously strong that I can kill everything in one hit. Okay, level up. Now, I'm not going to go back to power just yet. I'm going to get one level of wisdom. I'm thinking about taking this out of my PB attempts as well, but it's just so handy. The wisdom gives me obviously 2+ wisdom and 2+ MP, which means that I get one extra heal spell, and the heal spell does more. It heals by 24, not 22, which is like really small but ludicrously helpful. I mean, I get one extra heal, and I get, you know, that's 30 extra HP. You know, that's pretty sweet. I will take that. Ah, yes, the clouds have been nice. Thank you, clouds. Please, flame. Okay, you may recognize this boss. Enjoy him. Metal Crab! Anyone who's played Taken Densetsu 3, this is where he comes from. Please move to the right. Oh, please, Metal Crab, I love you. I am one hit away. And there it was. If he goes left twice, you have to do the 5th cycle. Just have to. Ideally, you want him to move right 3 times, and you do it in 3 cycles. Look at this! Thank you very much. I've had mummies just stand on the stairs, just hanging out, just being like, "Hey, how's it going? I'm liking these stairs." And you're like, "Get off them, please. I'm trying to do the go fasts." Hopefully we'll get a level up here on this screen. There it is. You've got to force it sometimes, because this next screen, this is where it really hits the fan. Enemies are going to be brutal from now on. I'm probably dead if one hits me. Okay, cool. I'll go away with it. Yeah, so those springs will one-shot me from this point. Oh. Springs, no! I love you. The springs are super dangerous, and they have a very lovely status ailment. I know that Stinger PA loves his status ailment. You're not gonna... I think Stinger's not here, but... And if I do get hit, I'm dead anyway, so you're not gonna see it. Oh. Jeez. That's so scary, these enemies. I'm gonna save, just because I know it's gonna jump. Oh. Coming in from the north. Ah! Coming in from the north on springs is not the one. Oh, God. It's scary. Oh, no! Stop it with the boulder man. He's kicking me. Right in the buttocks. Oh! See what I mean? Coming in from the north is not a good idea. Great video game. Yeah, that's... yeah. Imagine doing that without having a save nearby. And losing the speedrun. That's some HP right there. I'm happy, you know, because I managed to get to the cave sub 1. I should be there like 57, 56, but... Still a pretty good pace run. Oh, hello. See, this is what I mean. Don't go running into a screen until you've scoped the screen out, in case that happens. I'm gonna bring you up, dude, because you're taking ages to get to. Adding time to my... This is what I mean about having bad item management. Okay, this puzzle's really weird. You've got to push a chest onto a block and then break it. Don't know why, but that is the solution to the puzzle. Out of the way, man. I'm going to equip this key and move it down there. Oh, that's a bad idea, though. Oh, I should get rid of it. Nice. Not nice. I'm not going to die here, but it's just safety. That's just timing to get the hit on the hand. Thank you. So we've got the Morning Star. This is a brutally strong weapon. It's like plus 10, I think. Yeah, plus 10. And it breaks. It does what Mattox do. It breaks walls and stuff and pots. So I completely forgot to mention actually why I was getting Mattox in the first place. I need Mattox to break down walls, but now I don't need to worry about that anymore because I've got the Morning Star. It hits certain enemies that have magical properties. Certain, not all of them. Like them, you couldn't hit them with the axe, but you can hit them with this. And it allows us to hit this boss up here, who is only weak to Mattox and the... Yep, that is what I wanted to do. Mattox and this weapon. He's getting weird on me. Wonderful place for the black mage to spawn on the stairs. Black mages have like a stupid amount of physical defense and magic defense. You just can't kill them with anything really. So back to the place where we were at the very, very start, even by the waterfall you noticed, and I'm back in Castle Blythe. Ooh. Shout-outs to getting destroyed. Should stop saying shout-outs to things. Very not cool. There it is. That's what I was looking for, because it gives me 76 HP, and they don't give you anything, they're just in the way. Like, it's annoying because, like, at this point, even though they won't do anything to me, they can still impede my movement heavily. Like this guy. Cheers, bruh. Ooh, a clear screen. That doesn't happen often. So, any screen that has clouds on it, there's a chance that enemies have like a number that they. Look at this is great. Screens will have like, say you get a screen where 1 or 2 Rabbites will spawn, and then 1 or 2 imps will spawn. Clouds are the only enemies, or along with what's the other one? I can't remember off the top of my head what the other one is. Enemies that have a chance to spawn 0 to 2. So there is a chance that they just won't spawn at all, which is really cool if you get it. Great. Great. I've been getting this a lot recently. Really aggressive chimeras. I'm dead. Oh, okay, I'm not. Oh, crikey. Okay. I went for it. I knew I was nearing the end, but I didn't know I was that close. I was going to try and heal there, but it's fine. I get the girl back, and obviously she has regen, so we're all good. Let me treat your wounds, FMA. I don't know why PPMA hasn't picked up yet. I really should have. Okay, these enemies give a ton of experience, so I also need to get a lot of money during this segment. So I'm going to be leveling, and I'm going to be getting to 5,550 gold. There you go, Moogles are in this game.
Alright, if you have some time, we actually got a donation.
Go for it, yeah. Go.
Alrighty. We got $10 from Amos. Amos? Not sure how to pronounce that. And the donation comments reads, "We're all a part of the shining force in this marathon. Keep it up."
Thank you very much, Amos.
Thank you very much indeed.
$10 donation. We are all indeed a member of the Shining Force. Pleasure to have you all watching and enjoying the marathon. Okay, so I don't want to die, so I'm going to heal. Yeah, I've got exactly enough keys, which is good. Okay, so this is why having 2 crystals is good, because I can get out of this room. Because I need to have my whip do the... I need to have 2 full gauge whip shots in this room, so being able to mitigate one by having a crystal is really handy. think we're going to have a voice off at some point, Yaga.
A what? Sorry?
A voice off. It's not a real thing, but like, you know, just your accent versus mine.
That could be fascinating.
Oh, the Moogles are back! So yeah, the Moogle is a status ailment, which reduces your defense to 0! So it's basically the heal spell in Moogle form, in adorable form. There we go. Oh dear, look at this, this is not good. Enemies in the way. Okay, Ghost, please be around? No. Okay, if the Ghost is above the spikes, you can damage boost through. You can take a hit and then damage boost through. But I can't do that. Oh no, we're gonna do that. We're gonna do that. I had a recent, yeah, I'll discuss that with you at a different time. Yeah, not during a marathon run. Okay, so keep making my way through the dungeon. We're going to have our next experience of ice rooms coming up. Ice rooms are just, you know, when I was in Medusa's cave and I iced the spider. Can you please stop moogling me? Stinger would be having a field day right now.
I love that music. Moogle music, it's awesome.
It haunts me, Yaga. It haunts me. I remember the first time that I was on pace, to take the record from Crow back in the day. This is, I think, my first sub 220. I was on pace to take the record for the very, very first time, and I had a room where I got stoned into Moogle into death. I will never forget that run. It was painful, and for that reason, I cannot enjoy the music anymore. It hurts. It hurts. That's the last key I have to use here. I now have 9 keys. I'm going to reset this room, which means I need 9 from this point until the end of the game. I will literally use my last key on the last door. Well, the last locked door in the Minor Temple. Cool. I really would like a level up. Well, no, I don't really need one, to be honest. It's for HP reasons more than anything else. Okay, now this is a tricky ice room, and it does make or break this split. And I've got quite lucky on it, actually. At least on the top side. I need the one on the bottom side to be a little bit more cooperative. Like that. Perfect. It's really nice. Maybe you'll see it, maybe you won't. You won't. Okay. There's a glitch where even if you put the snowman on the tiles, the stairs don't appear. It's easy to reset it on that screen. You can just push the snowman off the tiles and back onto the tiles. But there are some rooms where you can't do that. And if you push the snowman onto the tiles and the stairs don't appear, you have to reset the room and do it again. Which is infuriating. Having, you know, when you do the puzzle and then a glitch in the game stops it from actually unlocking is just... Ooh, makes me mad. Let it be known that I am not a rip runner because I'm far too salty. I have enough money, and I have enough... There we go. Let's do this, boys and girls. This is Dark Lord. We are going to have our final showdown with Dark Lord. I knocked him through, so he did not get a hit on me. Oh, he did not. Damn it. Good HP. Got him. So the pendant that Dark Lord had was indeed fake. So we're now going to look for the real one. We're going to go back down here, but the girl is not here. We asked her to wait here because it was a bit too dangerous, but she's not here. Why? Where are you? Paper! Where's the paper? It must be Julius. He must be at the waterfalls. The game is not over yet. We've not saved Mana just yet. Paper is under some sort of spell, it seems, and she's, you know, off on her own. Must go and see her. Must be at the waterfall. Go. What's wrong? It's too late, FMA. She's mine. Use this pendant and cast the spell, Paper. Paper? What did you do to her, Julius? So Julius has just revealed I am the last one left of the Empire Vandal. Wonderfully, in this game, enemies tend to answer questions by not answering the question at all, by going off on a complete tangent. Ha! There you go. But again, you get wrecked and thrown off a waterfall. This is the second time it's happened now, being thrown off a waterfall. Just kind of setting up that Mana tradition of heroes falling down waterfalls. Yeah. So you're probably wondering why there's a chocobo there, right? We would have already picked this chocobo up. Actually, no, that's wrong of me to say that. There are two different ways of thinking. That you get the same chocobo, and the chocobo gets upgraded to a chocobot, as you're going to see. What's that, Gemma? What a line. You do it. You're the Gemma Knight. It's you. Shut up. Get out. So there's two ways of thinking. That you get the same chocobo is upgraded, but there's another school of thinking, which is the chocobo you get at the start is the baby chocobo, and this is the mother chocobo that becomes a chocobot. Okay, so I need a certain amount of gold that I don't have, so I'm gonna sell this bad boy here. No, not that bad boy there. That bad boy there. There we go. Because it gives me enough gold to buy that. The flame whip is important. It is very important. Because I don't use fire magic. Great! Yes. Yes, look at this. Yes. Yes. Yes! 4 text boxes. Lovely. Oh my word. The thing about the Ish villagers is that they have the most amount of oh my word! They have the most amount of text boxes pretty much in the game. Yeah, this is the Crystal Desert area. Thank you very much for clarifying that there, Jager. I always like to call Sword of Mana not a remake, but a reimagining. Because it takes the basic story, but it completely changes everything about it, really. Just keeps the narrative structure and the world map the same. Okay, we get cool new battle music, field music, which you got a teaser of there. You're not going to hear it until we get to our segment. But yeah, it's cool music. Until then, you get Chocobo. Okay, so I'm gonna get this bad boy over here. Watch me get a first time drop on this walrus. Oh no! Oh no! I actually did get it! No! That's not okay, video game, please! I hate talking to this video game, but I have to. It keeps me sane. Oh my god. So for those of you who don't know, the any percent warps run, I need to get a drop from the from those walruses in order to continue the run, and 9 times out of 10, the walruses don't drop that blizzard. And if you get the first time blizzard drop, you're on an amazing pace, because that's the biggest time sink outside of Julius 1. Of course I get stoned. Of course I get stoned. I'm going to save this and reset. So yeah, it's a massive time sink if you don't get it, and yeah, because you need the blizzard item in order to do the warp that comes afterwards. So yeah, getting that first time on the run that is not the any percent is a bit of kick. Wow, really? He does. Okay, cool. Is a bit of a kick in the mouth, to be honest. That was horrible RNG right there. Having a duck spawn on the pathway is not good. Oh my word. Wow. There's so much space they can spawn on, but they choose to spawn on the ice, thank you. But yeah, this is what I mean about that. You know, the RNG being very, very subtle. Really, I hit you twice. Why didn't you die? I must have missed the iframe. I can use it. I mean, the thing is, I can actually use the blizzard, and it's actually completely fine. The blizzard does help the 80% warpless run as well. It's just not as integral to the run as it is for the 80%. Thank you. I'm going to abuse ice physics here. You shouldn't be able to do that, but if you move between 2 ice blocks that have... the ice blocks don't work like you imagine them to, like sliding you around. Wow, he's going to walk into me and kill me, isn't he? They are more like conveyor belts. You step on them and they send you in a set direction. They have a direction to send you. So yeah, by the top left one was going up, and the one that was going up, and the other one was going right. So by having 2 juxtaposed positionings, it kind of allows you to squeeze through the movement. So yeah, just making my way through this dungeon. It's got a lot of things to remember, like using certain items here and there, menuing correctly. It's quite a tricky dungeon. Rooms like that are really nice though. Fun fact, the duck's sword do like pretty much 0 damage, but their helmets do like 1,000,000. Okay, I'm going to save here. This is quite a tricky room. You go onto an ice tile and you have to kind of hope that you don't get screwed over. That eyeball in the way is not good. Need you to move, eyeball. Go up a little bit more. Thank you. Oh wow, really? That's fine. I didn't know that happened. I could have gone when the eyeball was on the lower. Really? I just... Why are you spawning on the bottom line? Come on, there's an entire room for you to spawn on. Oh my word. Okay, this is not okay. This is quite hideous. Thank you. I mean, there we go. Okay. Good. Don't trust the game. It's not going to be nice to you. Okay. I need to reset that. This is a very difficult room to do. You need to kind of get the timing right on the... If you get Moogled, you can't do anything. I think my RNG's a bit slammed. Let me just advance it a little bit. Wow. Wow. This is really, really hard to do. I was practicing this yesterday, and I was getting quite a fair amount. Thank you. Okay, we're coming to the end of this dungeon now. Been a bit of a wild ride, but we got there in the end. Great. Okay, carry. Pretty simple boss fight. we get the ice sword. So, wow, that is quite special. That is quite special. I love this video game so much. And a much better fight as well, so there's that. Okay, let's not get wrecked by the thing. Save, just in case! Go. Didn't get wrecked by a snowman! That is, I think that's perhaps the best thing that's ever happened in a marathon run, actually. Wow, I hate this video game. I hate this game. It's giving me all the drops. There it is. There we go. It's not often I talk to my video games in marathon runs, but today it's been wow. Again, see that was me getting impatient and not waiting in the frame to see where the enemies are. It's just so important because you know things like that happen. You know, I'm now not on full HP, which doesn't seem like it's that big a deal, but I'm seriously at a disadvantage because I'm likely to be one shot by something, or you know, something could go wrong, especially in the next segment because the enemies get even harder. So we come over here and the old man gives us the bone. The bone will help us get into a cave. So what you would have done is you would have come around here and found out that actually Lorim, which is the name of that place there, is frozen in ice, and that's why we go to the ice cave to defeat Carrie. It unfreezes Lorim, and then Kibba's like, "Hey, go get the sweet sword. Here, take this bone key." So we're coming up to the end of it. We got like, I think, this is the 4th to last dungeon? Yeah. Yeah. This ruins dime mana. Yeah. I've got a mini dungeon in between, but a few more dungeons left. This is not a nice situation. I do not want to be in this situation, but I have to take it. If I die, tell my family I love them. I didn't die. Doodle-doodle-doo. Okay, I could die on the screen, depending on how antsy he gets. We'll do. We Gucci. That's that execute, isn't it? It is. I'm going to save here just because, again, north-facing entrance with enemies that jump could spell death. I'm only going to be riding the Chocobo on certain screens where I know it's quicker to, you know, go into the menu and come out the menu. To ride the Chocobo like that. You know, I clear 3 screens there, so, or the majority of 3 screens. If you're not clearing 3 screens, it's pretty much not worth it. You did not die. Why did you not die? What is my experience level actually? It's very, very close to a level, that's fine. Whew. Okay, let's use the bone. Wait for me, Mr. Chocobo. Chocobo, please. I've got some items there just to keep you going. Now, I'm going to not heal, I'm going to force a level. Wind elementals, please. Oh my word! Oh, that's not good. I was trying to move a particular way, but it wouldn't let me. So that's ripped right there. There's my level up, which is nice. Can you please come off the button? Thank you. My PB in this split was insanely good. I was looking over it, and I was just watching back my split for this particular segment, and holy hell, it was nuts. Everything went perfect, like just every single room just didn't have any intrusions, and you can see how difficult it can get. Okay, this needs to be first time. Well, it doesn't need to be. I'm doing a marathon run, so it's fine. I'm getting very frustrated with that. Come on. So this Kraken, I've done this fight a number of times where he just hasn't attacked, where he's just kept his little tentacles just hanging out on the bottom and not doing anything. He can either do that or he will get seriously aggressive on you. Why have I not used my nectar today? I think I've completely forgotten that I actually had a nectar. Okay, where am I going to use my nectar then? Where should I use my nectar? Somewhere where I'm not going to take damage. Because I could use it on... What do you reckon, guys? Where do you reckon I should use my nectar? So there is 2 ice rooms in this dungeon. First one's coming up just now, which is a very, very annoying one. I've had this route. You know, when I was in Dark Lords talking about the I was talking about the room being completed, but the solution not appearing. This is the room where it happens. I have lost a run to this room purely because I frosted the soldiers, as you're supposed to. I then moved them onto the tiles, and it didn't... I haven't got a level up, that's why I wanted to level up, isn't it? And yeah, the stairs didn't pop. So... I need you to not be there, dude. Can you, like... Please, I'm begging you. Good. I'm a much higher level than I should be. So yeah, you have to damage boost that. I prefer to heal up manually and then use a level after it, but my leveling is a little bit off, unfortunately. So I decided to save reset and just do that instead of kind of equipping a weapon and killing them, just because it's probably ultimately quicker. Haven't timed it, but that was just something I made up on the fly. Every now and then you got to adapt on the fly to things, I guess. I will spend some time having a look at that to make sure. Oof, that ain't good. Cool. So yeah, you remember when I last saw the Shadow Zeros? I'm still taking 9 damage from them. That's how strong they are when you first meet them. They are devastating. I need that XQ. Those XQs are so handy. That just means I don't have to rely on magic for healing. Okay, this is a really, really cool thing I found out. Okay, apparently I died there. I didn't think I'd die from that. I didn't see him move. So that's a really good time to bring up the something. The way in which hitboxes work. So when an enemy, I was talking earlier about half tiles. Yeah, the grid. You know, each unit or each kind of enemy sprite takes up 4 like half tile size blocks. And you move in half tiles. When an enemy moves 1 frame forward, the first frame they move forward, their hitbox extends to the entire half tile they are going to take up, as well as remaining on the half tile they're on. So they actually it extends out to be their hitbox basically becomes huge. If they move diagonally, it goes a half tile out to the right and down, for example. So they'll be taking up, they'll be taking up 7 half tiles, which is just huge. Like they're just massive. So I think he must have moved 1 frame, and I was just there to get caught by it. Okay, this is promising. This is promising. Cool. This is good. Okay, this is literally the reason I keep my broad. This thing here. Push this up, face left, attack. So I don't have to freeze 2 enemies, I can just freeze 1. That's literally the reason I keep the broadsword. Because it allows that to happen, which is a lot quicker. Nope. Not what I wanted to do at all. There we go. Aggressive maneuvers. I could die. I just need to be careful. I'm going to save again here. Yeah, he jumped. If the jump had been any more intense, it probably would have gone all the way up to hit me there. Cool. If he had jumped to the left, I would have been dead there. That was very lucky. There are things that I always find to be true. That if there's a choke, if there's like a choke point you need to get through, enemies will spawn on it. If an enemy has a 50-50 chance to move left or right, they'll move into you for sure. These are the things you just have to kind of come to terms with when running this game. Is that you will, whatever the options are, the option will go against you. This is a cool screen where if you kill the enemies, you get an elixir for free. I don't need it in this run. It's very important to get one for the magic run, but I'm fine. I used to get it, but I took it out and I replaced that screen with 1 level of wisdom, basically. Because I found it was amazing just how much that 1 level of wisdom actually really helped. It's such a small change. It's 1 extra cure, and it's 2 extra cures per usage. So it's actually like 30 extra HP I have. So at my disposal to heal with, you know, it's really good. So I don't actually have to go back to Kibba now that I've got the rusty sword. I can just continue. I don't need, you know, you don't need to speak to him. It's not a key plot. You know, there isn't like a game trigger that tells you you have to do that. See, I told you, look, if there's enemies that need to spawn somewhere, they'll spawn on the stairs and not up there, you know. Oh wow. I mean, there's not many enemies, but they're taking up all the space. Okay, cool. It's very rare I get a good room there, which is nice. Okay, this is a hard fight. This enemy's got a massive hitbox. So remember what I said about hitboxes being half tiles, yeah? Just think about how many squares he's taking up outside of his actual hitbox right now. It's a lot. I would attack him there, but he'd be too quick for me to get a hit in, so I'd die. This guy hits by a lot, by the way. Like, a lot. That's a good idea there, Bowie. Nice. Goodbye, Litchi Poos. Wow, I have 1 MP less than I need. Oh god. Okay. I have to use up my other X-Ether. Well, I've got 3, so it's fine. Oh yeah, I got 2 more, didn't I? So we use the nuke. We got a lit nuke right now. Again, you'd be searching the Crystal Desert, firing nukes at everything, trying to figure out where that one was, and there it is. Oh, a good screen for once. Bloody Nora. There we go. Okay. Man's gonna get a level up. Yay! Okay. So this is an adaptation we made. That dragon shield is as good as the Aegis shield at the end of the game. The Aegis shield is the ultimate shield. The way shielding works is you have like numbered tiers of like projectiles that are like, you know, this is a number 3 projectile. This is a number 5. The dragon shield protects against, I think, 1, 3, 4, 5, and 7, but not 6 and 8. The Aegis shield defends against all of them. The final boss's nukes are 7, so you can shield against them with the dragon shield. So that's a sweet weapon. Okay. Oh, wonderful! Look at that. Lovely. Having an enemy spawn on the choke point. That's a nice room. Wow. I love it when the game does that to me. I love it. Okay. Any fans of Secret of Mana in the house? You're gonna love this boss. I love this boss. He went to the right. No, you don't do that. You never go to the right from there, sir. Okay. That's genuinely the first time I've seen him change his direction of dive when he does that. You see, he goes to the left. Oh my word, that was so good micro. And then he goes to the right. There we go. See if I can do that again. No. Oh no! Okay, that's the earliest I've ever killed him. Okay, so yeah, that's something to bring up now that it's becoming a thing. Enemies have explosion hitboxes that come out after you kill them. They can kill you, as you just saw there. I've never been killed by his hitbox before, so I didn't know its properties. I've never killed him that early. That was a really early kill on him. Like a good half cycle early. Okay, I'm just going to focus here. Because I'm normally like a good distance away. I'm like here. So I'm like at the distance of the first explosion doesn't hit me. Come on, dude. There we go. See, yeah, that first one, it just kind of pops out from the bottom. Cheeky. Okay, so we're now making our way back up to Glyve. So this is a tower that reaches to the heavens. There's loads of tablets in here that you can read that's got like loads of mythology and loads of kind of like warnings and omens, and it's actually a very, very sad dungeon. did that. Didn't need to. My status ailment rate has been out of this world. It definitely feels like my status status ailment percent chance is like 90% chance of happening to you, because you just always get like I can guarantee if you get touched once, you're going to get a status ailment.
Damage boost.
What's full age? Oh, did you see that dragon shield? What a beauty! Okay, great positioning for the enemies there. If the eyes are in the middle, you can get stoned, and it just kind of makes you. Stone is basically petrify. It keeps you on the spot. You don't want to deal with that. It's annoying. Okay, here we go. Nice, there's a level up. I knew it was coming. I really need to update my marathon strats, I think, at some point. I'm running very outdated marathon strats. I'm just leveling so much more. I think my PB, I'm level 30 now, and I'm going to be getting level 31. Like, my PB's are like level 28, which is cutting 3 levels. I don't think I need that many extra levels to be safe. Just food. I don't know what I'm thinking. I'm just telling you what's going through my head right now, really. Okay, this is really cool. Return of the Snowmen. Oh my word, that was terrible, boy. You can move things diagonally. You can move diagonally. It's the only time you can ever control anything diagonally. I want to have full MP for this just so I can go to the next bit. Okay, and then when it gets to the G. Wonderful. And I took the hit as well because he fired. Garuda may fire feathers. He may not at the very start of the battle. If he does fire feathers, you take an early hit, and you're in danger. Now this is really hard to do, but you can do it. If you time his sprite right, you can swing your sword as he flaps down, and hit him there. So if I can get it right, there you go, like that. Being able to do that quickly and quite quickly and effectively link onto quickly and effectively link onto his sprite pattern, and you can get a lot of extra attacks on there. But yeah, right now I'm getting bodied. Stop firing those things so. Wow, that is. I've never seen that. I've never seen 2 feathers on one side like that before. Okay, come on. What on earth is happening today, Garuda? What on earth is happening today, Garuda? Let's reset the RNG a little bit. Thank you. Thank you. Right. Right, and I got the 2 hits as well, and Marcy's going to town. Oh my word! Why couldn't I get this fight before? Oh, I'm dead. I'm so dead. See, that was a good fight. Well, the start was good. It got really, really horrible in the middle. Just playing it safe. I wouldn't do this again in a normal run. Okay. Everyone, Bible Thump 7. Thank you, Marcy. And this is the best music in the video game coming up. This is the best music in the game. So gorgeous. This is Temple of Mana. Game makes sure to give you some skeletons just in case you don't have enough keys. Good game. Only got the one hit from the flying sword. That was bad positioning. I should have been 1/2 tile up and done it earlier. Nice. Oh, that was far too close to the dragon. That would have been death if I had done that. My word, my positioning is terrible. I figured I can actually I figured I could get there quicker. I realised I didn't know I could do that on that 1/2 tile. It just speeds up. I'm gonna try not to heal. I don't like healing here because it just adds an extra like 2 menus. If I can get through this next screen, that's what I need to do. This is a key basically because I equipped a key for the previous one, and then now I can equip menus, equip cures. I'm fine with that now. The horrible room. I knew it! I'll kill a ninja just to see if I get a drop. Magic is ice. Nice, first time as well. So if the Minotaur on the right gets in the way, you lose some time because you have to redo that magic spell. But I didn't have to. Huzzah! Ah. Nice, I'll take that. Definitely a planned damage boost. Move to the right. Oh no, it's only around. So the red dragon is a little bit more prone to changing direction at the top of the screen than the regular dragon is. But he's not doing it today, he's just going around in circles. I mean, I'll take it, for sure. Nice. We only know it's a red dragon because it says it's a red dragon. Obviously, it looks exactly the same. That's my last level up. I hope I don't have to heal. Stop throwing ninja stars! No! Not the shurikens! Please! Oh, the fiend head! The fiend head! He was having a go. Have a word, mate. This is a horrible room. You can get trolled heavily in this room. And I didn't! Yay! Okay, where's my key? This is the last key door in the game. I want you now. I want you to die now. Because I've hit you once. Thank you. This is my last key. And the last key door in the game. I don't know what. I just love that that works out. That you need exactly 9 keys. And you have exactly 9 keys. I just love it. Cool. Cool, cool. Okay, time to frosty some ninjas. Ah, no drops. Screw you, ninja. I've got ice out, haven't I? Yeah. Okay, this is a very hard fight to do quickly, and I've got a strat for it. It's what I like to call the I lost world record to this strat. Well, I did once. You should not be fighting the dragon zombie this closely. It also involves stutter stepping, which is very hard. I'm not. Oh yeah, I'm gonna chicken out for this bit. Ah. Yeah, I was once on like a really good pace. I was on like pace for like a sub 203, and yeah, I lost a minute because I went too ham on that split on that strat. You could see me being very scared there and actually playing very safely. That's what, you know. Otherwise, I'd be up in his face doing stutter stepping no matter what. Stutter slicing rather. So yeah, the ultimate weapon in the game is given to you. It's part of the story thing. Really? Oh my god! I got caught on the wall. Okay. Okay. Thanks, Dumbo. This is why I don't like your film. That's better. But still. The elephant did more damage than the dragon zombie because I didn't get hit by the dragon zombie's body. If you take a body shot from the dragon zombie, it would be like 110 damage. I'm not gonna save out of just sheer spite and determination. Like, this is not great. I hate you so much. Two enemies would be great. I get 2. Thank you. Okay. Excalibur is the name of the weapon we get, obviously. Nectar. I'm going to use it on Julius, why not? Please do not look at this fight and immediately think that any percent is free, because this is not how it goes in the any percent run. Now, I'm not going to save because I want to be a badass and do this without getting hit from here on out. Think we can do that? I think we can. He moves on a pattern. You know, he can't go diagonal from the center to the sides, so you're safe kind of like getting aggressive on him underneath when he's in the center. And the pattern for Julius 3 is exactly the same every single time. So. It's all ogre. And time's coming up when this guy dies, so I'll just let you know. Should be on this one here. And time. There you go.
Alright, sounds very good.
That's Final Fantasy Adventure, done in an incredibly slow time. But, you know, marathon runs. There you go. 3 parts of Julius, and the mana tree is destroyed by that. And as we know, Fuji is a member of the Mana family, and what do the Mana women become? As we all know, they become the seeds of the Mana tree. They become the Mana tree. So it finishes up with Fuji deciding to, become the new tree after her mother, and Sumo vows to guard her as her Gemma Knight. That's the basic story. It wasn't the cleanest run. Let's be serious. We had a lot of ups and downs, a little bit of fun with the game. Areas of it were very nice, but you can see it's a very it's 2 hours and a bit of very subtle RNG. I know it seems like I got blasted, but the differences between it being really, really good and really, really bad are sometimes the smallest thing. Just a case of an enemy being one half tile to the left when you spawn in a room kind of thing can be the difference between a really, really good run and losing a run. It's a very, very difficult run, I think, especially at the level that myself and Crow play it at. There is obviously a different category, but this is kind of the longer and I think more execution kind of heavy run. So it's quite good, and I love it. So thank you very much. Thank you to OC and the guys who kind of put together Cal Fire for allowing me to run this game here. Thanks to everyone who donated towards the names for this, raised a little bit of money for the cause, and thank you very much to anyone who's donated during the run as well. Very, very kind of you. It's a pleasure to have you all watching as well, and I hope you enjoyed it. That's the last input. The music should start. There it is. That's Final Fantasy Adventure. Thank you very much.
Fantastic. Thank you very, very much, Bowie. That was quite a show. May not be the cleanest run, but definitely, in my opinion, a really nice marathon run to show off what the game can do to you and what you can do to the game.
I like to think so. Everything kind of came up. I think that was the good thing about it. Like I had an opportunity to kind of discuss something that I think is pertinent to the run as well. So yeah, as you say, it wasn't the cleanest, but it showcased everything that can happen. So yeah, it was good. Thank you.
Excellent. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, that was BOWIEtheHERO. Make sure to follow him for some more awesomeness. I can guarantee his stream is quite excellent. And yeah, there's that. For anyone who would like to know what we are doing here, this is the California Fire Relief Marathon. Let me just put this thing out here. I find it, that is. So, the Cal Fire Relief Marathon is a speedrunning marathon benefiting the American Red Cross. California has been ravaged by wildfires, including areas like Lake County, where our lead organizer, Aussie889, lives. Our donations during our event will go to the Red Cross humanitarian relief efforts for those affected by the wildfires. And whenever you donate, ladies and gentlemen, if you donate at least $5, you will be in for some prizes. And those prizes are generally just games that you can win. And if you'd like to know more about the list, you can also follow our links. And I really like this ending music for Final Fantasy Adventure. It's actually really nice.
Agreed.
So, next run will be coming up is going to be Thief 2. That is a PC game. It is going to be run by Jake Pliskin. I think that's how you pronounce it. Correct me once he will be in here. And with him are two commentators, Morgotham and Ertinich. They will probably introduce themselves. So, how long do you think the ending is going to last?
Well, no, it's just minutes. Well, maybe like 2 minutes, if that. We can
Right.
we can move on to the next one though.
No,
It's
it's
just
okay.
a bunch of
We can just watch
meeting
them.
people. Which is quite nice.
I think we should be well enough on the schedule that we can watch the rest of the credits. At this point, I would also like to add that anyone who currently subscribes to this channel here, which is actually Woolagin's channel, who allowed us to hold the marathon on this channel, just for simplicity and having quality options available readily, since he is a partner streamer, all the donation, all the ad revenue and the subscription will also go towards the fire relief. In case anyone is wondering about that, at least for this month here. That looks like the ending. Once again, thank you very much to BOWIEtheHERO. We will be setting up for the next game and also balance out audio and those kinds of things.
Okay. Alright, stream is starting.
Excellent, welcome everybody. So,
Hello.
let's see whether we can...
Hello.
Or good morning, whatever it might be for you. Let's see whether we can balance the
Very
audio
early
real quick.
morning. Alright, perfect. Yeah, so, make sure you guys can see it on CAL FIRE 1.
I can see it, yeah.
I can see you do.
Alright, if chat could answer whether the audio is balanced out well, that would be great. Do you have the stream audio? Stream? The game audio, I mean.
Let's see, hang on a sec. I want to make sure that the mic is not echoing. You guys can't hear yourself on stream, right?
Currently I don't
I don't know, actually.
anything through the stream.
I'm not sure.
Okay.
I don't think so.
See if you
I
can hear
couldn't hear
game
my-
audio.
I can hear game audio. I can't hear myself echoing.
Okay. I can fix this, I believe. I have to just change some settings real quick. Okay, let's see. I need to change a tachyon setting act.
Alright, take your time.
Alright, so now we should hear. Oh my gosh, my game audio is way too loud.
Alright, game audio is coming through the stream now. I think we don't hear any echoes from the voice. That's a good sign.
Okay, so I'm in game now. We can, if we're echoing now, we shouldn't be echoing.
No echo so far. Cutting out.
All right.
Let's see real quick. Are you moving around currently? It's stuttering. Oh.
Is it stuttering? Hold on a sec.
It was a bit laggy.
Seems to be stabilizing a bit now.
I alt-tab, so let's see if that fixes it. I had to close the stream.
Yeah, looks good.
Works. Yeah. That's okay.
Okay.
Alright.
Perfect.
Is there any game audio? And I didn't hear any just
Um,
now. Or may I have to tune up the volume?
You may have to turn it up. I had to turn my volume way down because when I switched from line in to or from default to line in, it cranked the volume